Vivian Richards is a better batsman than Shai Hope. However, if I'm selecting a West Indies cricket team, one-day international cricket team, right here, right now, and there is only one spot available on that team, and the choice is between Shai Hope and Vivian Richards, I am going with Shai Hope. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company and I look forward to a few interactions with you this morning. Please support the channel by checking out the Cricket Forum store in the live video description. The aftermath of Melissa, I've seen many challenges. And no doubt the passage had affected many Jamaicans' mind, including some of my friends. I, for one, for the first 2-3 days, was in a daze. So yesterday morning, when I heard this report from Nationwide News Network on what the Minister of Health in Jamaica said, my mind runs on Dwight Shatu.
I think the longer term issue from a health perspective is going to be the trauma that people suffer from this experience. So mental health is going to be big. People, I've been in the zone. I've seen persons in a daze. They don't know what to do. They've never faced this. They've never seen it. Some have lost their loved ones. They've lost.
Yes. So I understand why my good friend Dwight Shatu would choose to make such a comment that he would select Shai Hope over Viv Richards. There's absolutely no other way that I can explain someone who choose to think that he would pick Shai Hope over Viv Richards. I know in the poll that some persons have chosen Shai Hope over Viv Richards. But there are two reasons for that. One, those persons are either Barbadians or they have never seen Viv Richards batted. They have never seen. They don't realize that when Viv Richards walked to the crease, he's not here with us. He's on another planet. He's in another sphere. No bowler goes to their bed at night and worried about Shai Hope because they know that they can just bounce him out. Teams, nations, worried about the West Indies when they know that they have to encounter Viv Richards in the morning. Bowlers and captains and coaches will have sleepless nights to know that they have to bowl to Viv Richards tomorrow. They will have sleepless nights. He will live rent-free in their brain, knowing that they have to bowl to him tomorrow. The only justification that Dwight Shatu have for putting Shai Hope ahead of Vivian Richards is that Shai Hope averaged 50 and Vivian Richards averaged 47 in one-day international cricket. he said many things that really challenges the imagination. And in all seriousness and in all sympathy, I'm going to reach out to him because I'd want to recommend that there's a psychoanalyst be done. And I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way because, as I said, in the immediate aftermath of Melissa, I was dazed. My good friend Elton Tucker, who was in Jamaica during Melissa, told me that even weeks after he returned to Florida, he was still hearing the breeze in his head. He was still hearing the wind. So listen to what Dwight Chateau have to say in part. This is only one clipping that I have from Mr. Chateau, one of his clipping, and I hope you're hearing it. I have a little difficulty uploading it, but let's see if you hear what he has to say. Wow, it appears that that clipping is gone. Let me try and get it because I cannot understand. I cannot understand why a man would see Shai Hope as a better batsman than Viv Richards. So let's listen.
You know, sir, I don't know why you guys can't simply argue what's in front of you. I said I don't want to get into no argument about fielding restrictions and bouncer rules and whether people believe that Viv Richards would have averaged 65 in this era. I'm not going to get into those sort of assumptions. All I want to look at are what the numbers are. And I'm saying Viv Richards' numbers, his numbers versus Shai Hope's numbers would suggest that in this West Indies team, and I'm talking any West Indies team, this West Indies ODI team, Shai Hope should be selected ahead of Viv Richards if you're just selected one of the two.
You see, the challenge with Dwight Chateau there is that there's a lot of there's a lot of assumptions, and at the same time, he doesn't want those who are debating with him to make assumptions, but he wants to put in a if. He wants to remove all the rules of cricket completely and play the game in a vacuum with only what he concocted. But the game doesn't play like that. The game's played by rules. And once the rules are in place, Viv Richards is going to be a better batsman, a great batsman, a greater batsman than Shai Hope. Now, all the numbers that Dwight Chateau wants to bring up, the key thing is that even if Shai Hope averages 3 runs more than Viv Richards, even if Shai Hope has more centuries than Viv Richards, even if Shai Hope has more half-century than Viv Richards, because clearly he does, the fact is those innings did not materialize into winning innings. You get what I mean? Those innings are not helping West Indies to win a match. And if a West Indies team is so good that you have to make a choice between Shai Hope and Viv Richards, then you have to choose Viv Richards because Viv Richards' innings are going to win you more matches than Shai Hope innings. And in sport, in cricket, as in other sport, your only objective is to win matches. So who do I want in my team? The man who's going to score more runs than I lose matches? Or the man who is going to score, when he scores runs, I win matches? And that is what I'm saying, that we have to back Viv Richards. It's clear to me. It's clear. I don't know about you, but it's clear. As I said, I think that those persons who believe that Shai Hope, you can select Shai Hope over Vivian Richards, is two things. They are either Barbadians, they have never seen Viv Richards batted. For that's the only way. And I know that some persons, my seniors, middle-aged persons, they have never yet gone to watch Vivian Richards bat. They will talk about Viv, but they have never yet gone to watch he bats. They don't understand the horror around the man. It's not just his batting, it's what he does to opposition team. Shai Hope doesn't have that. You cannot pick Shai Hope no day over Viv Richards. But when I became very much concerned now with Dwight, I can't find a clipping for this, but I'll read in what he said. And this is referring now to Blunder Factory. Nothing wrong if Blunder Factory saw something in King. He clearly has not given up on King after a few test matches, but he may have decided, without playing in the last test at number 4, he's going to look at King as an opener. Dwight Shatu continued by saying that if a foreign coach had said, we are going to try Brandon King as an opener, we would have allowed it and wait and see. But because it is Blunder Factory, we don't want to give him a chance. So it's nice to see someone having positive opinions about Blunder Factory. We welcome those different views. But one thing I want to say about that comment though, a foreign coach, a best-in-class coach, because they can be foreign coaches and they can be good, and they can be bad. Just like how I have to be guiding Shane Diaz. You realize that after Shane Diaz start implementing some of the 6 things that, well, not some of, I've started implementing the 6 things that I said, you realize that the women team start winning matches. And so you have good foreign coaches and you have bad foreign coaches and you have coaches who are prepared to listen. So if the coach is bad and he comes to me and listen to me, then he will be able to get along with it. But a best-in-class foreign coach, I'm talking here about a best-in-class foreign coach. I'm not talking about any foreign coach. A best-in-class foreign coach will never see Brandon King as an opener. He's not an opener. He's not even an opener in white ball cricket. Brandon King, if you look back at his career, he has been a one-season wonder in CPL cricket as an opener. I believe the young man would have been far more successful if he was batting at 4 and 5 during this time instead of being asked to open. I think he would have been matured into an above average. I'm not saying world class, I'm not saying great, but I think that he would have matured into an above average middle order batsman in all format if he had stick to 4 and 5. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate your company. I thank you for being here. I'll take some of your comments. Remember to check out the Cricket Forum, to check out the Cricket Forum store, and to check out the Nike store in the video description. And I realized that, a lot of persons, it's 52% disagree and 48% agree with Dwight Shatu that Shai Hope, they would pick Shai Hope ahead of Vivian Richards. It's clearly, we have a lot of Barbadians here this morning watching the chat and doing the poll. Or we have a lot of persons who just did not watch Vivian Richards play. They just never watched Vivian Richards batted. That's why they would have picked Vivian Richards ahead of Shai Hope. Because there's no way, Shai Hope is nowhere near the class of Vivian Richards. Absolutely nowhere. And so you cannot come up with scenarios, isolated scenarios which will never happen, have never happened, will never happen, and say, if these are the circumstances, I'm going to pick Shai up. We can all come up with if and buts. What we have to do is to face the reality. And if we are speaking realistically, there's no way that Shai can, no person who really understands the game of cricket is going to select Shai over Viv Richards unless they are from Barbados and unless they never watch Viv Richards bat. They have never been to a match. I'm not talking about watching on television. Been to a match in the stadium and see the difference when the Master Blaster walked to the crease. That's a different thing. So thank you all. Mr. Casanova, good morning. Viv was up against far better bowling than then, and his strike rate was like 90 in those days. And as you brought up his strike rate at 90 in those days, you know, those days the boundaries were way back too. You know, not only was his strike rate 90 in those days but the boundaries were way back. Now in today cricket, the boundaries are in. The ICC set limit on the boundaries. Persons might not know, but in these days, the boundaries cannot be bigger than 82 meters. Back in Viv Richards' day, the boundaries were right back to the edge of the playing surface. Right back. And to be able to score at 90, at a strike rate of 90 in those days, it says something. And it is that strike rate that primarily, which results in when Richards score runs, he wins more matches. Because Shai's strike rate of just about 74, 77 thereabout, it means then that he's not giving his team the best chance to win matches. So even when he makes a lot of runs, he doesn't give himself the team the best chance to win matches. No bowler holds a terrorist for Viv Richards, nor Thompson, nor Lilly, nor Betty, nor Chandrasekhar. Pace or spin, fast or slow, you're going to the boundary just how you came. Yes, I agree with that. And as I made the point, you know, Lawrence Spence, as I made the point, you know, Spence, is that no bowler playing against the West Indies think about Shai more than when do we bowl the in swing at, when do we bowl the in ducker to him, or when do we bounce him out. That's what bowlers, when they think about bowling to Shai, that's what they thought. When should we bowl the in swing, the in cutter to him? When should we seam back one into him, or when should we bowl the bouncer? That's what they plan. Against Vivian Richards, they don't have any plan. They can't plan for him. That's the difference between the two batsmen. You can't plan for Vivian Richards because no matter what plan you make, he will take you to the cleaners. That's how good he was. That's how good. Bowlers would have sleepless nights. Bowlers, captains, would have sleepless nights, restless nights. The bowlers and captain would not be thinking about their partners, their loved ones, their friends, their children when they have to play against Viv Richards tomorrow morning. They will not. He will live rent-free in their mind. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Please remember to check out the Cricket Forum store in the live description and support our hurricane recovery.